Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm so good. How are you?
I am great. I'm so glad that you are here. Tell me everything, Barbie. What's poppin'?
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Of course, of course, of course. So let's talk about the name Barbie. Where did it come from? The obvious question.
Yes, okay, that's like the question everybody has. So, I've always like loved Barbie. I obviously played with Barbie when I was younger, but it really like stems from my mom. So she is like obsessed with pink just like me. She's literally exactly like me. So I kind of just like adapted her personality and her style. Of course, she dressed me and my older sister in pink our whole lives. And I've kind of just always been obsessed with the color pink. It makes me so happy. And Barbie has kind of just fit the lifestyle. That's really how it all came about.
I love, do people call you Barbie like out and about in like everyday life?
Yes, that's literally how I got the nickname Barbie. People just started calling me it, and I was like, that's cute. I love that.
So for someone that is not familiar with your content, right? How would you
Uh-huh.
explain that to someone?
So I really like to combine a lot of beauty. Obviously, I love to put on the Barbie persona, but I like to mix my content with a little bit of humor and like poking fun at relationships and boys and really just showing everybody that they can live their life exactly how they want to do it and not care about what anybody thinks.
Did you always feel that way, or did you always have that confidence growing up?
Kind of, yes and no. I've always felt very confident, like on the inside, but there's obviously been a lot of factors and a lot of people that want to like shut that down and don't really like that. So it took me a while to really like be comfortable expressing it. But it's like really picked up lately, and I've never been like happier and like enjoyed life more than when I just like express myself.
Absolutely. What are some of the factors that I guess try to suppress that?
So I live in a very small town, and being from like a small town, there's a lot of small-minded people, and that can really like affect how you live your life. And there's a lot of things people will say. They don't really like it when you're too big and extra and all that kind of stuff. And there's just a lot of voices and a lot of outside opinions that can really like hold you back. But as I've gotten older and as I've really like grown into myself, I really tried to ignore that because it's my life and they really don't have any factor on my life. So
I think that's really interesting how people that don't necessarily even know you or don't necessarily even know what you're about are casting judgment on you. That drives me crazy.
same, right, exactly. It's like we can all just like live our lives the way we want. Like it's okay, you know?
So how did you get over that hurdle?
Like as I've gotten older, I stopped going to public school and I started doing homeschool when I was like in middle school. And I think that that was like a really good thing for me because I got to like step away from like peer pressure and just like all of that kinds of stuff, like all the opinions. So like taking myself like out of that really gave me time to like focus on what I like what makes me happy and like what kind of person I want to be. And it like just got me away from those voices.
5 million followers on TikTok. Can we just
Yes.
talk about that right quick? How did that happen?
Isn't that crazy? I just hit 5
Yes.
million the other day. It is mind blowing to like actually like sit down and like think about it. But I really started like making content because I've always loved posting. I've always loved taking pictures. I've always loved social media. Since I was little, having like a big sister helped me like really get into things at like a younger age. So I've been on social media forever. Like I don't remember not having social media. So I've kind of always just loved posting and I started posting about like real life experiences and just started relating to people and started gaining that audience and like that bond.
It's really interesting because I feel like a lot of people will be like, "How can I go viral? What can I do so people can see my post?" And I think the number one thing is, well, of course, consistency, and number two, be relatable because everybody likes stuff that's relatable, in my opinion.
Right.
Obvious funny.
Right. I agree completely. It's all about like connecting with people and really just sharing your experiences, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes you just have to like let it all out and let everybody see that. And that's really relatable. Like not being perfect is relatable.
Have you ever been in a situation where you're just like, I don't know if I should post this. Should I post this? You know, it's going to be some backlash. Have you ever been in a situation like that? And what was the situation?
Pretty much every time I post a lot of like jokes and just like a lot of things that some people might take the wrong way when like I post it. So I always think about what I post before I post it. But at the end of the day, I always think, well, if this is how I feel and other people feel that way, I'm not gonna let the people that don't get it control what I post. So as long as I'm not hurting anybody else, I feel like that's okay. But yes, I've definitely been in that situation a few times, and you just kind of have to do what you feel like is best and stick to your morals and values.
Absolutely. But 5 million followers on TikTok. Do you run your content through people, or do you just like post whatever you want to post? Like, is there a committee of people that's like, you know what, Barbie, I don't think you should post that? Or yeah, you should totally post that. Does that happen for you?
Yes, 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 yes. But I really try to just focus on myself. I like to run a lot of my posts through my mom and my sister, but I haven't been doing that much as much lately because I've really just been trying to like just be myself full and authentically and really just trust my gut. But it always is good to have like a little opinion sometimes, especially from somebody like so close to you that
Mhm.
you really like trust their opinion.
5 million followers. Do you read the comments?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I used to not read the comments because they were like so bad, but lately I have been because I have been trying to get more comfortable with everything lately. And I get a lot of negative comments. That's the thing about me and my account. It's not always the best feedback, but it is good to see like what other people are thinking. And yeah, the comments can be tricky sometimes.
You think that it's toxic to read the comments?
Oh, it's so toxic to read the comments. Like I try to limit myself. I don't look at them all the time, especially not on like if a post goes like viral, I try not to look at the comments because it's just a lot of like random people that definitely aren't gonna get it. And that can be like really like negative for my mental space. I try to like keep it clear.
Yeah, I think that's the one reason why, to be completely honest with you, I think that's the one reason why I don't post a lot, being as though one comment would send me in a tailspin. But you also can't read the good, because if you read the good,
Right.
you have to read the bad. And if you believe the bad, you're gonna have to believe the good. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Right.
reason why I feel like I can't. And I feel like people are
Right.
probably constantly coming at after you.
Oh yes, yes. See, that's like the battle with it. It's like I want to see the good because it's so nice to like see people that like relate and like see that there are people that get it. But like you said, when you come across like that one bad comment, which for me it's like whew, a lot of bad comments, it can really like mess with your head and like get to you. But then you really just have to like focus on the good ones. But it can be so hard. It's such like a battle.
Let me tell you, when you realize people are just trolling, then that's half the battle right there.
Right, exactly. And it's like if you don't like it that much, why are you commenting? Just like scroll past it.
That part. What's next for Barbie?
What's next for Barbie? I am about to move to LA, which is really exciting. Like I said, I live in like a small town, so I'm very ready to go to a big town because I'm a big personality. I need other big personalities around me. Like I'm just so excited to live that LA life.
Where's this small town that we speak of?
We're in North Carolina, so we're literally like pretty
What
much as
part?
far away from LA as you can get. Like I'm literally like
What
going
part?
for it.
What part?
I live in like the East Coast area. It's like I don't know if you've heard of like Wilmington. It's close to there. It's a super super small town. Like nobody knows
Yes, my grandmother lives in North Carolina.
what it is. Oh, I love that. I love like knowing people that like know the parts of it. It's like cool to like talk about all that.
Absolutely. Well, listen, it was a pleasure. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for jumping on Zoom and chatting with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I had such a fabulous time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.